We have a confirmation from the Belgium government on the arrest of fugitive businessman Mehul Choksi. This is the first Belgian confirmation of Mr. Choksi's arrest. Belgium government has confirmed the arrest of fugitive businessman Mehul Choksi to NDTV. Let me get my colleague Nikunj Garg. Nikunj, tell us about this first confirmation that has come from the Belgium government. What do we know so far?
Well, Vasudha, at 3:30 p.m. this Monday, we can now confirm to our viewers who have been watching since morning how NDTV has put out this story right from 7 a.m. this morning that Mehul Choksi, a fugitive economic offender wanted for $1 billion fraud in India, has now been arrested by the Belgian authorities. At 3:30 p.m. today, the Belgian authorities have gotten back to NDTV and has written independently, and this is therefore first independent confirmation coming to any Indian news media outlet, wherein Belgium authorities are confirming two things independently to NDTV. Number one, Mehul Choksi, a wanted fugitive economic offender from India, accused of swindling billions of rupees from state-owned Punjab National Bank, the second largest public sector undertaking, has been arrested by the Belgian authorities. And second, that the government of India has put in an extradition request for swift extradition of Mehul Choksi from Belgium to India. So as I reiterate, we can now confirm, independent of any authority, to our viewers, Belgian Justice Ministry has written back to NDTV on our request and confirmed two things: that Mehul Choksi, fugitive economic offender accused of swindling multiple billion rupees from Indian public sector banks, is in the custody of the Belgium authorities, and they are actively working on an extradition request that they have received from the government of India based on the strength of an Interpol Red Corner notice issued by the Central Bureau of Investigation. So again, reiterating two independent confirmations just now for our viewers: Mehul Choksi in Belgian custody at this point in time, and Government of India working for a swift extradition with the Belgium authorities at this point in time as we speak.
Right. So NDTV gets you this confirmation from Belgium government that fugitive economic offender Mehul Choksi is finally arrested. Nikunj, also tell us what can we expect next, because we know that Mehul Choksi has had various run-ins with international law earlier as well. We're also told that he's also trying legal options. Tell us how prepared are Indian agencies to ensure that this extradition happens, is successful, and is also fast?
Well, I think the fast is critical here, but my experience of covering extradition cases across the globe tells me that more often than not, these cases are not decided very, very swiftly. Remember, Belgium has an independent judicial process, independent of their government as well. And therefore, you will have to go through the usual rigmarole, and you will have to go through all the steps in the process, starting from a equivalent of a trial court, which will first hear India's plaint of extradition. And remember, unlike the United Kingdom, Belgium does have a Supreme Court. So the appeals can go right up till the Supreme Court, where Government of India will have to, at successive positions, successfully prove their point and successfully mount an extradition bid to bring Mehul Choksi back. So I do not see and I do not foresee any quick resolution of this situation, in the sense of Mehul Choksi's immediate transfer of custody of Mehul Choksi to India. However, when I was talking to the top officials in the government investigative agencies in India, they said that extradition is one of the options, and possibly hinting at a deportation option, which is far quicker. However, whether the government of Belgium authorities, and the prosecutrix, and remember, in the entire Europe, prosecution is an independent function. They are independent of the law enforcement. So the law enforcement agencies will mount the case for you, but it is for the prosecution to evaluate and represent it in a court of law. So that independent prosecution, whether it is ready to play the ball with Indian authorities, is also something that has to be seen. And that all of that will depend on the strength of the evidence that we are able to mount. Now, to answer the first part of your question, how prepared Indian agencies are, my sense is they should be fairly well prepared, because this case has been going on for a fairly long period of time, and that time has also given the Indian agencies that leeway that is required to complete a complex financial investigation process that is required in such cases. Remember, bank frauds and swindling of public sector undertakings money is never an easy case to prove and never an easy case to probe. Therefore, these cases require time, patience, effort, and going through each of the delicate steps of tracing and tracking those funds eventually in a very methodical and purposeful manner. Because remember, it's not just about tracking or tracing those funds. Eventually, you have to link them to Mehul Choksi and the funds that have been generated or swindled out of that public sector undertaking, in this case, Punjab National Bank. So therefore, these are painstaking investigations, take a lot of time, time-consuming processes. But since this case has been going on for some time and Mehul Choksi has been on a run for quite some time now, close to almost a decade, I am quite sure that the Indian agencies have done their homework well and would be in a position to mount a successful extradition bid when it comes to that in the Belgium courts, Vasudha.